here to tell you all the things you're doing wrong or screwing up if you're trying to lose weight. Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm a weight loss coach. Here are things you don't need to worry about or you're doing wrong if you're on a weight loss journey. Number one is worrying about what time you're eating. Literally stop trying to force yourself to not eat past 6 p.m. if you want to lose weight. That's so irrelevant. Number two is if you're cutting out caffeine, there's literally no point in that. Cutting out a 300 calorie sugary coffee might help you lose weight, but you don't have to cut out caffeine altogether. It actually is helpful in the process of fat loss. Just find lower calorie alternatives for your caffeine. Number three is giving yourself a whole cheat day on the weekend. Do not care what anyone tells you. The weekend, depending on what it looks like for you, totally has the ability to outdo all the progress that you made like the 5 days before that. All of your success depends on if you're in a deficit on average across the week. So if your weekend screws that up and all the work that you put in at the beginning of the week, it totally has the ability to stop your fat loss. If you're not strength training because you don't think it burns enough calories, huge mistake. If you're only doing endless cardio and you're not worried about maintaining the muscle mass that you have, when you lose a bunch of fat or lose a bunch of weight, you're just going to be a smaller version of what you look like right now. Unless you already have a really good solid foundation of muscle, only doing cardio is not going to get you that tone defined muscular body that you're wanting. If you're skipping weight training and doing Pilates to tone, no. There's not a single exercise out there that's going to tone you. That's literally just fat loss so you can see the muscle that you already have. If you're not strength training because you're worried about getting big and bulky, no. If your diet is aligned and you're in a calorie deficit with strength training, you're not going to put on a crap ton of muscle. Your body needs a surplus of nutrients to gain muscle, and if you're in a deficit, you're not providing it that, and you're still going to lose fat. If you're doing any fad diets or cutting out any food groups altogether, that's just not going to be successful. You may see progress with it over a short period of time, but if you're doing something for 30 days, most likely it's not going to be something that you can continue, which means it's not a method that you can sustain the fat loss that you create with it. You need to learn what a calorie deficit is and what the numbers behind fat loss mean so that whenever you shift into maintenance, you can maintain all the progress that you built. If you don't have the knowledge behind that, you're just going to be lost when you try to shift into a maintenance and stop dieting or stop being in a calorie deficit. If you don't prioritize protein because you think it's going to make you gain muscle or put on weight, you're wrong. Protein literally helps you burn more calories throughout the day when you eat more of it. It's really helpful with fat loss, but also it's necessary to maintain all the muscle that you have, which is a priority when you're in a calorie deficit trying to lose weight. Not to mention, protein literally keeps you full and satisfied, which is why you can be consistent on a diet in a calorie deficit if you're full all the time. So the more protein you have, the more satiated you're going to be, which obviously keeps you consistent at a lower calorie intake for longer. If you're worrying about burning 600 calories on your Apple Watch every single workout you go to the gym for, just don't. Apple Watches and calorie trackers aren't accurate anyways, but when you look at fat loss from a perspective of I'm going to make adjustments and control my calorie intake rather than I'm going to make adjustments and control my calorie burn, you're just going to be 10 times more successful because it's literally nearly impossible unless you're like an Olympic athlete to outwork a bad diet. I hope this helps put you on the right track towards weight loss, but of course if you need help or if you're confused around this topic at all, please go check out the one-on-one coaching options in my bio. I take one-on-one clients for nutrition and exercise, and my Permanent Weight Loss Playbook is launching May 31st. It's basically a step-by-step guide on how to see weekly weight loss progress